I've heard there's a tower in those woods, and since tower seems to be the red thread of this trip, I thought I'd look for it. In the meantime, as I fail to look at the way I'm going and probably get lost for good, I'm going to tell you a fairy tale. Because I'm in the woods, alone, in a city where the Grimm brothers may have lived at some point. So I'm going to tell you the real end of Sleeping Beauty. So, we all know Sleeping Beauty was awoken by her prince, who brought her back to his castle. But then, what happened? By the way, in the Disney movie, Sleeping Beauty is named Aurora. But as we'll see later, that can't be her name. She has no name in the French tale. I know in English she's named Briar Rose, so we're going to call her Rose. Even though I can't really pronounce that very well. So, they live a few years quietly, a happy married life. They have two kids, a girl named Aurora, which is why that can be Briar Rose's name, and a boy, and they name him Day, because he's even brighter and more beautiful than Aurora. That's, you know, normal names. Everything goes great until the king dies. So, Prince Charming is now King Charming, there's a war, and he has to leave. And here you need to know something. Prince Charming's stepmother used to be an ogress. Well, she still is. But, you know, she's behaving well and she had a lot of money. So the king married her for her money and believed that she would be a nice ogress from now on. She wouldn't eat anyone, especially not kids. Fine. And she did. As long as someone was watching her. But when Prince Charming leaves, there's no one left to watch over her. And she starts to get her bad habits back. They say that no one cares about that she starts by eating some kids from the servant's house. But you know how in fairy tales no one cares about servants. At some point, she decided that the young Day looks really appetizing. So she has to have him for dinner. And she asks her cook. And the cook is terrified because she's a queen, she's an ogress. He's really scared. So he takes his big knife and he goes down to Rose on her kid's room to take the kid. And he tells Rose what the queen wants. And Rose says, I understand. You have your own family and it's terrible, but you can take my son. The cook is so touched by her reaction that he goes, no, I can't take the young Day. I will find something. I will do something. Just hide him in the servants' houses and I'll find something. They hide the young Day and the cook take a young pig and make a great sauce and tell the queen that it's her grandson, and it goes over well. For a while the queen is okay, she eats normal food, everybody's happy. But of course she's an ogress, and after a while she wants to eat the young Aurora. The same goes over, same again. Rose goes, okay, you can have my daughter. No, really, I can't. He makes a young deer with a great sauce. Goes over well, everything is fine. Until the queen decides she wants to eat Rose. Because, yeah, sure, she's pretty, and she must taste good. I don't think. And Sin goes over again. I can't sacrifice myself. No, you're too pretty, I can't do that. He takes a young cow with a really thin skin and everything goes well. And the war still goes on and the Prince Charming King is still not home. Until the ogress, feeling hungry, goes roaming around the servants' houses. And she sees Rose and her kids hiding in one of the houses because they couldn't hide them further, apparently. So she's furious because they lied to her, and she asks people to make a really big cauldron with frogs and toads and spiders and snakes and a lot of slimy, dangerous things. She brings everyone in and she says, "This is what happens when people lie to me." The guards bring in Rose and her kids, and they are about to plunge them in the cauldron because apparently she don't want to eat them anymore. When, of course, Prince Charming comes back from the war. He's a bit surprised when he hears what happened. He decides to throw his mother-in-law in the cauldron. That's the fairy tale I like to tell, because no one ever knows that part. I like this tale because it's so simple. Of course, it's the princess mother-in-law and not mother, because Prince Charming can't be the son of an ogress. But the message is really clear. If you want your marriage to function, kill your mother. That's interesting. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I can find my way back. And bye bye!